I think people look at my background in econ and psych and they assume, I'm a VC, so therefore the econ really drives things. And I learned a lot in economics. I was a theoretical economics major. I actually hadn't taken a single business course. I'll tell you a funny story about learning how to do company analysis when I was a young analyst at Morgan Stanley in a second. So it was very sort of ethereal, lots of like econometric style models, like not the kind of stuff that we do as venture capitalists at all. And in fact, it wasn't even until my senior year that I finally got around to taking the accounting class that was required to actually be a major. And so actually, I think that my psychology major, like understanding people and what drives them, is a much more important foundation for me in my day-to-day work as a VC. And, I think one of the things that people sometimes forget about being a VC is that I don't really make a lot of decisions, right? I make investment decisions, right? And I make decisions around, I guess, hiring and firing of CEOs. Almost everything else I do is just influence, right? VCs don't operate businesses. I'm one of sometimes many board members on a board. And I have opinions about things, but I can't back those opinions up with any authority of any kind, right? I mean, all I can do is offer those opinions. So really, I'm in the influence game. And so that means I need to be a good listener, and that means I need to be able to synthesize a lot of different data points. But then it also means I need to be able to communicate that to a CEO or management team or the rest of the board in a way that that influences people's decisions. Because all I can do is say, hey, here's how I might frame something. Occasionally, I even say this is what I think we should do, or this is what I would do. But a lot of it is sort of guiding people in the direction that I'm thinking about, but without having any real authority to back that up. And so, and that's probably something else about venture. But back to your last set of questions that I think people don't necessarily realize. And by the way, if you have an investor that's trying to operate your business, that's not their role. That's not what they should be doing.